Success is not a matter of luck. It is the result of consistent habits and the right mindset. Dale Carnegie, who changed the lives of millions, once said, "Success begins from within, from how you think, how you feel, and how you connect with others." While some people seem to attract success effortlessly, it's not because they are lucky. It's because they have trained themselves with habits, mindsets, and behaviors aligned with their goals, just like Carnegie did. Carnegie was not born into wealth. He came from a poor family in Missouri, waking up at 4 a.m. to milk cows before going to school. But it was from that harsh environment that he nurtured a steel spirit and a desire for change. Successful people, like Carnegie, share one thing in common. They prioritize self-development, act with discipline, and commit to moving forward even when faced with challenges. Conversely, those who struggle tend to get stuck in procrastination, self-doubt, and inconsistency. The difference isn't in intelligence or innate talent. It lies in the small daily choices, repeated until they shape the person you want to become. If you want to attract success, start by changing your mindset. Focus on positive habits. Surround yourself with inspiring people. And step by step, move closer to the best version of yourself. Carnegie once taught, "You cannot change your circumstances, but you can change how you react to them." That is where success begins, in mindset, in discipline, in action. Every day, you are painting a portrait of yourself, with habits, with thoughts, with choices. Ask yourself, are you creating a masterpiece or letting life paint a picture you never wanted? Success is not a collection of external achievements. It is a reflection of your inner self, how you think, how you act, and how you carry your life energy. The world responds to the energy you emit. If you want to attract greatness, you must plant greatness inside yourself. Have you ever met people who command attention just by their presence? They don't need to speak loudly or seek recognition. They are simply confident, clear, and consistent, and that inspires others. Dale Carnegie embodied that. Before he became the famous author of How to Win Friends and Influence People, he was a trembling, insecure public speaker. But he didn't stop. Instead of avoiding his weaknesses, he faced them, practiced bit by bit, and gradually became a communication master respected worldwide. He didn't wait for opportunities. He created them by delivering value to others. By helping people believe in themselves, he built an empire of trust, connection, and success. The question isn't, how do you succeed? But, who do you need to become to deserve that success? If you want to be wealthy, think like a wealth creator. If you want to be influential, act like an inspiration. If you want success, build the person who can contain that success. Success is not something you chase. It is what you become. 1. Your beliefs shape your actions. When you change yourself to fit the life you desire, you no longer hope vaguely. You act with certainty. Dale Carnegie understood this better than anyone. As a pioneer in the art of communication and personal development, he didn't just teach how to succeed. He lived with a success mindset. Carnegie didn't wait for success to come to him. He became the person success couldn't ignore. Too many people spend their whole lives chasing success, only to find themselves exhausted and empty, because they are chasing instead of attracting. But success doesn't come from trying to run after something. It comes when you become the person worthy of it. It's not about chasing money, power, or fame. It's about becoming someone trustworthy, respected, and remembered. Dale Carnegie once said, "Don't fear when others don't understand you. Fear when you don't understand yourself." Life is your masterpiece, and every day you hold the brush. You can paint something extraordinary or let life paint for you. The choice is yours. 2. Set clear goals, because success is not an accident, it is a choice. Dale Carnegie didn't become an icon of persuasion by luck. He designed his own path with clear goals, deliberate actions, and a relentless spirit of learning. Most people live reacting to circumstances. They wait for something to happen to them. But as Carnegie said, if you don't take action to steer your life, someone else will do it for you. Success is not a reward for dreamers. It is the result of those who plan, execute, and persevere. Goals shouldn't be vague wishes like, I want to succeed. They must be, what does that success look like? When will you achieve it? How? When goals are tied to personal values and ideals, they become a powerful force even on days when motivation is absent. Carnegie didn't just talk theory. He acted like an architect building success, brick by brick, clear step by step. Learn from him. Break down goals, set deadlines, track progress. Because without clear structure, even the best intentions fade away. And remember, setting goals is not enough. Action is everything. Goals must be big enough to scare you, yet attractive enough to keep you going. Success always lies beyond the comfort zone. 3. Turn failure into a stepping stone. Because challenges are an inevitable part of the journey. Life will test you. But Dale Carnegie believed, the ability to rise after each fall is what makes a person successful. Failure is not the end. It is a lesson. No one escapes hardship, but the strong are those who don't let failure define their identity. Carnegie held classes for those who were shy, lacking confidence, afraid of public speaking. He witnessed and helped thousands turn fear into strength. Because he knew, behind every obstacle is a stronger version of yourself. So how do you build inner strength? Start by changing the question. Instead of, why me? Ask, what can I learn from this? Persistent people analyze, adapt, and move forward. They don't let circumstances control their emotions. They control their reactions. And as Carnegie demonstrated throughout his life, true growth only happens when you accept stepping into discomfort. Success is not for the lucky. It is for the determined, for the visionaries, for the doers, for those who never quit. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment. You create the moment. Start today. Become the person worthy of the success you dream of. And success will come not as a reward, but as an inevitable consequence. 4. Unshakable strength, resilient mindset, and self-belief. Dale Carnegie once said, action breeds courage, hesitation only fuels fear. And he deeply understood one thing. Growth never happens inside the comfort zone. The very moment you challenge your limits and step into the unknown is when you build an unshakable foundation. The greatest achievements always come from those willing to overcome hardship and endure trials. Your ability to bounce back after a fall is your superpower. Train it, and you will become an unstoppable version of yourself. The resilient are not those who never fail, but those who never give up. They know failure is temporary, but quitting is permanent. When life knocks you down, remember, success lies not in avoiding hardship, but in overcoming it. Stand up, brush off the dust, keep moving forward. Every step taken after failure is one step closer to glory. For Dale Carnegie, resilience wasn't just a skill, it was a way of life. Master it, and nothing can defeat you. 5. Self-belief, the foundation of all success. Before the world believes in you, you must believe in yourself. Dale Carnegie didn't become a global icon by chance. He fiercely believed anyone can learn to influence, persuade, and rise if they start with faith in their own worth. The greatest limits don't lie outside. They lie within your mind. Fear, doubt, and inner critics, these are the real enemies. If you don't believe you deserve it, how can you expect others to? Confidence is not arrogance. It is clear awareness of your abilities and the courage to act without guarantees. Think about the times you hesitated or doubted yourself. Were you relying on facts or just fear? Most self-doubt is a lie, born from negative experiences or others' judgments in the past. The good news, Belief can be built, just like muscles. Every time you act despite fear, every time you face a challenge head-on, you're strengthening that belief. Start with small wins. Complete something you've postponed. Do what you thought you weren't capable of, and remind yourself, I did it. Step by step, you turned doubt into certainty. Dale Carnegie is living proof. Once a shy country boy, through belief and relentless effort, he changed millions of lives. Remember Walt Disney, Henry Ford, the Wright brothers, all laughed at once. But they had what others lacked: unconditional belief in themselves. Confidence isn't something you wait for, it's something you build. And the world is always drawn to those who believe in their own path. 6. Discipline, the key to turning potential into achievement. Dale Carnegie was not just an inspiration in communication, he was living proof of the power of personal discipline. For him, success doesn't come from fleeting inspiration, but from consistent, disciplined daily action. Discipline is like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it gets. And like muscles, it demands relentless perseverance. You don't need to change your life overnight. Start with the smallest things. Wake up on time. Keep promises to yourself. Follow the plans you make. Each small action, seemingly insignificant, accumulates over time to create unstoppable momentum. Week by week, month by month, year by year, these small habits become life-changing results. Carnegie believed every success starts with a strong foundation, and that foundation is discipline. No matter how smart your strategy is, it's worthless without discipline to execute it. No matter how brilliant your idea is, it's worthless without discipline to bring it to life. Talent is surpassed if you don't practice. And the only way to ensure you work hard every day is to cultivate discipline. Ask yourself, do your daily habits serve your goals? If not, it's time to change. Success isn't about what you do sometimes, it's about what you do every day. The choices you make today are the life you'll live tomorrow. Discipline is what keeps you moving forward when motivation fades. It's your companion when the journey gets tough. It's quiet persistence, no matter your mood or circumstance. Don't wait for inspiration. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start now. Train discipline like you train your willpower. And then, that very persistence will turn your dreams into reality. Dale Carnegie taught, action is not just the result of motivation. Action is what creates motivation. 7. Lifelong learning, the greatest advantage in a changing world. Today's world is not like yesterday's. Success doesn't come from rigidity, it comes from adaptability. Dale Carnegie always emphasized, those who refuse to learn more are the ones falling behind. Indeed, in a world changing every day, continuous learning is a superpower. Not everyone successful is a genius. They're simply those who never stop exploring, experimenting, and adapting. Read a book? Great. But don't stop at understanding. Apply it. Attend a seminar? Great. But don't just take notes, act. Knowledge without action is potential unrealized. Learning isn't cramming facts. It's expanding perspectives, daring to change your mindset, and renewing yourself. The moment you think, I know enough, is when you begin to fall behind. Imagine your mind as a blade. Without daily sharpening, it dulls. And a dull blade can't cut through new challenges. Great leaders, thinkers, and innovators never stop learning. They never claim to know it all, but always ask, what am I missing? What can I do differently, better? Make learning a daily habit. Read what challenges your thinking. Listen to those who broaden your worldview. Apply what you learn, even if just small details. Dale Carnegie changed millions of lives, not just because he spoke well, but because he never stopped learning. From every seminar, every conversation, every failure, he learned, improved, and taught again. In a world that never stops moving, You have two choices: learn and move forward. Cling to the old and be left behind. The choice is yours. 8. Environment shapes the person. Choose the right people, choose the right future. Dale Carnegie once said, "Let the people around you be the mirror reflecting the person you are becoming." He believed that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you surround yourself with ambitious people, setting high goals becomes normal. If you live among those who constantly complain and accept mediocrity, you'll find comfort standing still too. Energy is contagious, both positive and negative. Being around stagnant people makes it easy to accept stagnation. But if you walk alongside those who constantly demand more from themselves, you will naturally raise your own standards without force. Successful people are cautious with their circle of relationships. They choose to be near those who inspire them, challenge their thinking, and push them to grow. They seek mentors, connect with achievers, and bravely walk away from relationships that drag them down. This isn't selfish, it's a life strategy. Every conversation you have, every interaction you engage in, either brings you closer to your goals or pulls you further away. Successful people understand clearly. Time and energy are the most precious assets, and they invest both intentionally. Ask yourself, are the people you spend time with helping you move forward or holding you back? Do they boost your self-confidence or reinforce your excuses? Your circle should challenge your thinking, expand opportunities, and inspire you to become your best self. You don't necessarily have to cut off relationships, but you must be clear about who deserves your time and energy. Dale Carnegie witnessed this with thousands of students he coached. Those who changed the most weren't just people who learned new skills, they were people brave enough to change their environment. Sometimes, growth means stepping back from certain people to move forward. You owe no one your stagnation, but you owe yourself a better life. Find those who possess qualities you admire, have walked the path you aim for, won't let you get too comfortable in your comfort zone. Connect with experienced mentors. Hang out with friends who keep you humble. Stay close to those who celebrate your success and lift you up when you fail. Why? Because your circle determines the daily conversations you have, determines the standards you set for yourself, and the limits you accept as good enough. Want to level up your life? Start by leveling up the people you choose to be around. Choose wisely. Because the people around you don't just influence your mindset, they shape your future. 9. Prosperity mindset. Think like the successful. Dale Carnegie reminded us, if they can do it, so can I. When you see others succeed, don't let thoughts like, "I'll never be like them," hold you back. Instead, tell yourself, if they can do it, I can too. Surround yourself with inspiring people. Absorb knowledge that broadens your perspective, and practice gratitude every day. Gratitude shifts your view from what you lack to what you already have. That's how you build a prosperity mindset. Your mindset creates your reality. If you want to attract success, start by thinking like someone who has succeeded. See challenges as opportunities. See failures as lessons. See others' success as proof of your own potential. Change your mindset, and you will change your life. 10. Passion and purpose, the fuel for lasting success. Dale Carnegie believed, passion is the fire that lights the way, but purpose is the compass that guides it. Successful people don't just work for money or fame. They are driven by something greater, a vision beyond personal gain, a mission that pushes them forward, and a reason to persist through hardship. Passion is the emotional energy that makes you wake up early, work late, and put your heart fully into what you do. It brings excitement, motivation, and enthusiasm. But without direction, passion can leave you exhausted, lost, or wasted effort. That's when purpose speaks up. Purpose is the North Star that tells you you're on the right path. With purpose, your work isn't just about making a living, but about making a positive impact. Purpose brings clarity, endurance, and a sense of fulfillment beyond fleeting excitement. When passion and purpose combine, you create unstoppable momentum. You no longer rely on fleeting inspiration, but act from deep conviction. Passion and purpose turn hard work into joy, challenges into stepping stones, and failure into lessons. You become resilient because you're not just chasing success, you're chasing what truly matters. 11. Action, the bridge between dreams and reality. You may have the best mindset, the biggest goals, and the strongest network. But if you don't take action, it's all meaningless. Dale Carnegie taught, "Success is not in thinking, but in doing." Too many people waiting for the perfect moment, the right opportunity, the ideal conditions. But the perfect moment doesn't exist. The best time is now. The difference between the successful and the unsuccessful is, successful people act even when not fully ready. They start before having all answers. They make mistakes, learn, and move forward. If you want success, stop waiting. Stop overthinking, start acting. Because in the end, success belongs to those who do, not those who only think about it. Everything you want in life is within your reach. The question is, are you ready to become a magnet for it? Success is not luck, not background, but the right mindset, discipline, endurance, and action. Every day you have the choice to improve yourself, develop your skills, take control of your future. You don't need rules or anyone's approval. You already have everything within you. The only thing left is action. So what will you do today? What small steps will you take? What habits will you build? Your life isn't waiting to be found, it's waiting to be created. Go out there and become a success magnet.